So Klei has a new game out. It's called Griftlands. It's in alpha right now, so I'm expecting it to take a while before it's all the way there. But I've just started playing it, and actually, so for the past 2 weeks I've been on vacation, and I brought my Switch with me, and I've been playing pretty much nothing but Slay the Spire for the past couple of weeks. And then I land back in Seattle, and Klei has got this game that is basically a more complicated, more story-ridden version of Slay the Spire. So it made me very excited. There's no cloud saves yet, so I gotta start a brand new run here. So let's see here. So first you pick your character, of which there are one right now. Eventually they'll add in additional characters, but for right now you've just got Sal. And your character is basically, their capabilities are made up of card decks. So you've got a negotiation deck, which is all about sort of the dialogue game. And then you've got your battle deck, which is all about combat. And the two, with some subtle differences, the two effectively work the same way, which is great. So you learn one skill, you learn one game, but you can use it in context both for combat and for conversation. So the game is a roguelike. Basically, when you die, that's it, you're dead.
You escaped a life of indentured labor by hunting criminals and debt dodgers.
We'll just listen to this.
Work has earned you your freedom, if not any friends. Now, you're back home for the first time in 10 years. But freedom comes with its own dangers, and making a living in Hevaria won't be easy. Here, the gangs are feral, the law enforcement are corrupt, and the people are treated like chattel.
I really hope you can hear this narration.
Criminals like Cassio, the ruthless debt broker who sold you to the Derricks in the first place. But now, Cassio's grip is weakened, and there's a bounty on her head too rich to ignore. You'll die before you go into debt again, and so will she, if you have your say.
So you've got...
First stop is a dive called the Grogan Dog, where an old friend will help you get your revenge, provided you can prove yourself.
Okay, so you got the basic story set up. You're in the middle of a revenge plot. And so now, I'm not sure where the best place to put... There's a lot of HUD in this game. I'm not sure where the best place to put my face is going to be. But... So you've got a basic goal. You're trying to take out this main bad guy. There's certain core missions you go through, but I'm pretty sure a fair amount of this is procedurally generated. And I'm about to find out how generated it is, because this is my second run, and so I get to see how much I actually recognize. Okay, so I want to take this bounty for Cassio, and my friend's kind of hesitant about it, but whatever. She's going to help me out. I know we could count on you, Fush. Okay, so we got some options here of things I can grab. It's so funny how much like Slay the Spire is, because Slay the Spire also begins with dialogue where you pick an initial benefit to get. So these grenades, these are cards that are only used once. So they get added to my deck, but I use them once and they're gone. Healing Vapors, again, similar. Or I can upgrade one of my existing cards. Let's upgrade one of my existing cards. I tend to like permanent things more than I like temporary things. Hey there, Bertram. Thanks for joining me. So right now, unfortunately, I only have like sort of my most vanilla cards here. So what happens? Which one of these? Let's grab this guy. So. Okay, interesting. So just like Slay the Spire, it gives you as much information as it possibly can whenever you mouse over something. So like in this case, I'm going to upgrade this card, which currently gives me these, it gives me a choice. Whenever I use this card, it lets me choose which of these two things to do. One called Hammer Grip, the other one called Saber Grip. If I upgrade it, it changes the two cards to more powerful cards. So I can either switch it to Rain of Blades and Gut Shot, or I can change it to... let's see here. Gouge or vertical slash. Okay, so this is all about bleeding, and this is all about combo. So I haven't quite figured out combo yet. I think that you need to have like... Combo is it's a thing, like when you play a card, you get a stat called combo that then can be paid off by other cards. And I so far have not gotten familiar enough with the deck to be confident that I would get the right cards, that I would need to use it effectively. So I think I'm gonna go for the bleeding side. In fact, maybe I'll just have this character be a complete psychopath, and just go for the bloodiest option all the time. Awesome Twitch dude, I don't think State of Decay 2 is ever going to get a PvP mode, at least no time soon, partly just because actually it's complicated. You should ask that on the State of Decay 2 stream. While we're here, though, so I can ask Fish about a bunch of subjects, but I've already done that, and we want to get some work. I got people in my pocket who owe me a favor. Pluck, Izoro, and Zeta. They're easy people to find. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a different set of people than who I was handed last time. So they are procedurally generating this. Yeah. So I'm gonna help my friend out by going out and meeting with these people. So I get to decide which of these quests I want to go on. So this one looks like it's a negotiation quest. This one is negotiation, and this one is combat. And you can get a Vrock whistle. Vrocks are cool, especially if they don't keep them all around all the time. So last time I got a Vrock, which is like this battle dog type creature, and it was funny because it gave me an advantage in combat because I had an ally that would be attacking enemies and taking hits for me. But because it was an untrained Vrock, it was also really obnoxious. So anytime I got into a negotiation, it would be a hindrance and it would hurt me, which was just great. It just kept doing embarrassing things. So let's go for this battle first because it's the more traditional card battler type experience. And we need to talk to Zeta here in the background. For a person who has friends, Zeta hasn't always been known to treat them very well. Hail to Gaft. So, let's go after this mission. Oh, I'm muscle. Yes, let's go on a muscle type mission. I want to rough up Merc. In exchange, I'll pay you. Sound like a deal? Sure, let's go rough up somebody named Merc. So again, it gives you as much information as it can. Difficulty. So my last run didn't end well because I think I wasn't paying enough attention to the difficulty stars. So this will be a 1-star difficulty combat. Beating up somebody named Merc. The prize is I get a Vrock Whistle card. And this is shills are your cash. So sure. Oh, and I get a starting bonus, which means I get to pick a card right up front to help me. So we're going into battle, so we get a battle card. So I can get any of these. So this is a medium damage card, at least for this area of the game. If they have bleed, apply a cripple and a wound. So I just got a card that gives me a bunch of opportunities to bleed people. So this is what I should go for. I like deck building roguelikes because you can kind of like random things that happen early on. You can kind of build on them and try to, you know, sort of min-max on the fly. You need a reason? Why, you gonna play judge, jury, and executioner? That's not what I hired you for. Do the job or don't get paid. Simple as that. Do you want Merc killed? No, not this time, but thanks for clarifying. So you have the option of whether to kill people in combat or not, which is nice. So I can negotiate with this guy for a better deal, which might be worth doing because I'm going to be fighting. So basically, my resolve is sort of my negotiation health. And so if I was going on a negotiation mission, I probably would want to avoid doing this because I don't want to, you know, run my health down. But because I'm going to go on a battle mission, let's do this. I'm going to need a little more money. No, I don't need a tutorial. I am the tutorial. Okay, so this is just like Slay the Spire, only more complicated. And I'm actually curious, like, I wonder what it's like for someone to pick up this game from scratch, having not just spent 2 solid weeks playing nothing but Slay the Spire. The idea is, so this guy is predicting what it is he's showing me what he's gonna do next. So he's gonna do some mysterious thing, deploying an argument, and he's gonna be attacking my resolve for 4 damage. So I know that if I don't do anything, I'm gonna get 4 damage to my resolve, which is bad. If my resolve goes to 0, I lose. But I also know he's gonna get an argument. And arguments are these things in the outer ring. So these arguments do stuff each turn in addition to him. So not only does he do things with the middle ring, but he's got these outer ring things that also do stuff. This is like playing the most complicated character in Slay the Spire, the defect who's got the orbs that float above his head. So this is his personality. This just tells you stuff that happens with this character automatically. So let's see here. At the start of Zeta's turn, incept a planted evidence argument if one does not already exist. So he's basically going to be creating arguments on my side that are problematic for me. So that's going to be annoying. That's probably what this is. That's probably what he's doing here. these, what are these arguments? Bounty. When destroyed, adds 46 shills to your bonus. Oh, interesting. Reduced by 25% in. Okay, so if I attack these attractive targets, instead of attacking his resolve, I get money. So these are distractions for me. And I'm kind of in the mood to go after them. So first, I want to play some defense against this. So I'm going to gain 3 composure, which is like defense. So he's only going to do 1 damage to me instead of 4. And then I'll use my remaining 2 actions over here to attack, to hit him in his moneymaker, basically. Because it's not going to take that much effort for me to bring down his resolve. It's only 10. So I feel like I'm better off attacking the thing that makes money. And then I click the end turn button that is hiding behind my head. Okay, so you can see he made this argument on my side. This is planted evidence. And so when he destroys this, he does 2 damage to me, which is so convoluted for the very first fight that I ever get into. If I hadn't played Slay the Spire, I would probably be very confused by this whole thing. So I could let him do this. It'll do 2 damage to me here. So I need to at least defend myself here. That's my only defense card I have, though. So I've kind of done everything I can in that regard. I want to get more money out of him. The best way to do that is probably to fast talk him and maximize the damage here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this card, get some influence. Influence is a thing where, so if I do this attack that gives me influence, should I? Yes, I want all of the monies. I now have influence. So influence means it maxes out the damage of all of my green cards. So as long as I've got an influence thing sitting here, my green cards do extra damage. And so he probably wants to take this out real fast. So I'm going to attack this with influence. And now I've got some more money, potentially. Wait, I didn't actually see my money go up. That's interesting. Am I misunderstanding this? Or is it adding me? Oh, right here. We'll gain 56 shills on win. So, okay, so I'm just adding to this bonus here. Gotcha. So I took some more damage that time because I wasn't able to defend against everything. Oh, now he is doing massive damage. So, interesting. So what is this? So, okay, so he's got this argument here that's just going to auto-attack me every turn. So I want to take that sucker out because that's a fair amount of damage. And then he's using both of his actions here to attack me with pretty hefty attacks. So first, well, yeah, I want to guarantee that that one goes away. So you see, now that argument went away, this threatened damage here is gone. And then I could just defend hardcore. It might be my best option, honestly. Since I've got the defense cards out, might as well. But that's all I can do. So I could have defeated him by now and not taken all this damage if I hadn't been greedily going after his money, which is kind of funny to me. Okay, he's doing 8 damage to this, which will only do 2 damage to me, which is really funny to me. But yeah, so he's making a bad decision. I can get more money by just fast talking this. And then I'll just defend myself from the damage that's gonna bounce off this guy. And we're good. Oh, Zeta is stealing money from me each turn. Oh, look at this, my money's going down because he's taking it. Oh, you jerk. Okay, that's it, I'm done with you. Stop taking my money just because I'm taking your money. Okay, so when you win a battle, you typically get to pick a new card. So draw 3 more cards, okay. Spend 2 influence, gain an action. Wow, that seems valuable. Double your influence, the end of turn set it to 1. Let's grab this guy, I've never seen this one before. Fine, I'll give you an extra 88 shills if you finish the job. That comes to 148 shills, you better not fail. All right, cool. So now I'm working for Zeta. So the other missions that I had disappeared and are just replaced by this one. So let's go attack this person. And Merc. That's who I'm supposed to beat up. For a criminal, Merc is pretty weak in resolve, but he makes for it by being quick on his feet. Would you look at this? A filthy vagrant talking to a lowly bandit. Not sure who should be the more offended of the two. Beat up Merc, like Zeta asked. Sometimes you have another alternative. Sometimes you get the ability to say, like, hey, why don't you go lie to him and tell him that I beat you up, or something like that. Whatever. Sometimes you get another alternative, which is to have a resolve fight, like a conversation fight, instead of a regular combat fight. But let's have a regular combat fight. So we saw how how conversations work. Now let's see how proper fighting works. So very similar. Me versus this person. Oh, you don't have like the arguments and the circles. It's just more of a straight up fight. But the thing that instead of the arguments, the rings of special entities that would perform actions each turn, instead of that you can have allies. So right here in this particular fight we don't have any allies. But if I later on I might bring somebody with me. He might have backup, and that's where it starts to get more complex. So for right now, he's going to shoot me for 3 damage. So I do kind of wish that the damage looked more like it does in the, the same stuff is happening in the 2 kinds of card battles, but sometimes the UI is a little bit different in subtle ways, and it can be confusing. So I'm gonna defend, and then use my remaining moves to hit him. Fairly straightforward. So pinned. Okay, so he just, one of the most common ways that enemies will mess with you in these fights is they'll stick cards in your hand that you then have to deal with. Right now, though, let's see here. Improvise a card from a pool of special. Okay, so I've got 4 defense, which is not very good against this 10 damage he's about to do. So let me see if there's any better cards I can get by spending this one. So I can get bleed, I can get power, and combo. So I'm gonna grab power. So now all of my future attacks will do more damage, but actually right now I'm just gonna defend. So I kind of probably could have spent my time more efficiently there, but I mostly wanted to explore what would happen if I did that. All right, so now you'll notice that I've got green numbers here. That means that these have been leveled up by the fact that I gained this power. So he's gonna attack me for 4. I'll defend for 4, and then I'll attack him for more damage than I would have done otherwise. Okay, so it's dealing again from my hand. He wants to do 7 damage. Let's just defend from all of that, and then stab it. And I'm out of actions, so we'll end the turn. So now he's gonna apply a status effect to me, which is a great time for me to not have to waste time defending. So of course I've got nothing but defense cards. Play this card to return pinned to your hand. What good does that do? So I think what this card does is it just takes up, I draw 5 cards each turn, and so I might have had an attack here, but instead I had this card, this annoying card that he inserted in my hand. So that's the way he's messing with me. I'm not sure why I would ever play this card to just return it to my hand. It seems like I wouldn't. So don't need to defend myself. Insert gouge or verticals. Okay, so I can get an attack by playing this card, and I can bleed him, and then I can get another card by using this one, and I can bleed him more. Let's do it. Let's bleed this guy like a stuck pig. So when his health gets down to this white zone, which I think it might next turn after he bleeds, I'm allowed to let him surrender. So let's see how this goes. Okay, yeah, so he is surrendering, so I could execute him, but I was asked not to by the mission giver, so let's just accept his surrender. So I've gotten cards that actually manipulate where the surrender threshold is. So like if you're a more peaceful player, you can make the surrender threshold be higher, make it easier to get people to surrender. Okay, so I got 8 resolve back. That's good because my resolve was low. And then I'll pick a battle card. Let's see here. Draw 3 cards, gain 2 counter. That seems valuable. Dagger throw, it's just common. And target practice. Attack a random enemy. Play this card 2 times. Okay, interesting. So there's only one enemy. It's just like a doubled up card. Let's grab that one. Though I just turned down a defensive card, so I need to remember that because I want to make sure I don't. Like, I also need to grab defensive cards because if I keep grabbing attack cards because they're enticing to me, which is a thing I do in Slay the Spire all the time, I'll eventually run out of defense and I'll just die. So pull up short before your beating takes a turn for the fatal. Why are you even doing this? Job's a job. Anyway, that's all I was asked to do. Want my advice? Higher protection. All right, so I beat him up. So now he's intimidated by me, and so he's not. So if there's another fight in this setting with him sitting there, he won't help the person who's fighting me, and similarly, he dislikes me. So that might mean something later. All right, so now I go back to the mission giver. Oh, random encounter. Chake comes stumbling towards you, clutching his gut like it might fall out. Please help me. Hold on, what's happening? Spree, they're trying to kill me, please. The Spree are like the organized crime in this world. So, hide him, agree to protect him. So if I hide him, I think I have to talk people away. And if I protect him, I think I might have to fight people away. My character's better at fighting. Let's say protect. Here's some Spree. Looking for trouble. Oh, wait, no, I can still decide whether to intimidate or fight. And they've got 2 characters. Let's have this fight. All right, so they're going to attack me a bunch. This bug's going to hit me for 2, and this person's going to hit me for, like, garbage. Okay, let's... Oh, so of course I don't have any defense, because why would I have that? I wonder if I can make... Can I do enough damage to make somebody surrender? 12 more damage. So if I got a 5, a 3, and a 3, that would still be not enough. This one... I could bleed the person. I feel like I need to grab Fighting Dirty. So, okay, 3 defense. That's helpful. Applying Cripple also helps because it'll reduce the damage they do, but I think they're doing damage in small enough increments it might not make much of a difference. So I think I'm going to grab defense. So, gain 3 defense. So now at least some of this damage won't happen to me. And now I've got 2 more actions. So let's do stab. Let's take out the one I can take out faster. And elbow strike. And end turn. One difference between this game and Slay the Spire is the random damage amounts. Slay the Spire, every damage amount is just completely predictable. So it looks like they have crippled me, so they've reduced the damage that I do. But they're not attacking me very much this time around. So I might just... Yeah, let's attack a random enemy twice. And then... And she's not defending herself, so this bug's defending itself. So let's actually use our attacks where they'll make more of a difference. And end turn. Revved up +5, what's that? Attacks apply 1 bleed, then reduce the revved up by 1. Don't attack me and make me bleed, you jerk. Okay, so I can defend from everything and just not accomplish much more than that if I want to. Except, oh wait, what is this? Is this a wound? Attacks inflict 1 bonus damage. So, okay, this would be 7 and 3, except because I've got a wound, it's 8 and 4. So, I definitely want to defend at least twice. And the question, they're going to be applying bleed to me anyway, so I can't get out of this fully unscathed, but, well, yeah. Let's make this as good as we can. Oh, she just took a bleed. Oh, interesting. Okay, so when she bleeds me, she's actually adding cards to my deck. She's not just applying bleed damage to me the way that I would to her. Okay. So again, they're doing as much damage as they can. Let's... Okay, just did 2 hits. Just defend what I can. And then if the target has bleed, it doesn't. Yeah, let's stab somebody. And we're good. Another bleed. So these cards are going into my discard, so pretty soon they're gonna start showing up in my draw pile. And I'm gonna not want those cards there. Okay, so I can bleed someone, which actually might be a good way to get past its defenses. So let's bleed this guy. So now, yeah, so it'll panic after receiving 5 more damage, and I'm doing 5 bleed damage to it. So I'm about to panic this guy. And so as far as what I do against the thug, again, a bunch of attacks are about to hit me. Let's fight dirty and see what I can do about it. Gain 3 defense or apply 1 cripple. Oh, crap, I forgot to... Okay, so if I wonder if the bleed is going to be applied to this creature before it attacks me or after. Interesting. Anyway, again, I think defense is probably the best call. If they were doing more damage to me per attack, or that I thought it would affect them, I would probably cripple them, but... All right, and then let's do this damage. And end turn. Okay, so it flees. Now I've only got 1 enemy attacking me, but they're attacking me really hard. Okay, so bleed, unplayable. At the end of your turn, take 2 damage. And there's nothing I can do about it. So not only do I not have actions in these slots that I can take, I'm gonna take damage from having these cards in my hand. There's some cards where you can do something about that, but bleed apparently isn't gonna let me. So, not attack me though, so I definitely am gonna stab her. And then, she's gaining power whenever you deal damage, deal an additional 2 damage. Okay, interesting. I guess, I mean, there's no, oh wait, I think defense defends against bleeding. So I might actually avoid this damage, let's see. Yes, I did avoid that damage, that's cool. Cards no longer gain XP for this battle. Fatigue. So you'll notice that each of my cards has got like these little XP pips on there. And so the more I use them, the more, the closer they get to being upgraded, which is great. But they don't let you just sort of extend a battle for as long as you want to just gain extra XP. At some point in a battle, they say, okay, you're done getting XP. That's it, to avoid you, going too nuts. So let's see here. Lux is gonna hit me 3 times. So let's defend twice, mitigate as much of that damage as we can, and then, oh, we hit her below, I didn't realize we were close enough to hit her below the surrender threshold. So the question is, I was not asked to permit this person to live. So maybe I should kill her. I decided to be more bloodthirsty this playthrough than last time. Last time I let everybody live, but... Okay, so here's our prizes. So, pick a battle card, all right. Spend up to 3 combo, apply 1 wound per combo spent. Okay. I'd like to start playing with combo, but I also need some... Improvise an attack card from your draw pile. Your next attack card is played this turn, deals +3 damage. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's start learning about combo, though. I like that you can also choose to get money instead of cards if that's what you want to do. Okay, new battle card. Tincture. Okay, it's just an item, basically. Put some money, and then restore some of my resolve. You started to get a reputation for violence. Nice. Gain a negotiation card, known thug. Deal 1 resolve to a random target whenever you draw a card. Unplayable. Interesting. I don't know how to use a card like that that's unplayable. We'll have to see how that works. Kuga now hates you because I killed their friend Lux. Who's Kuga? I don't know. She hates me now. The spirited shake emerged shakily from the sidelines. Yeah. Thank you truly. Hesh must like me something fierce, but a hunter on my path today of all days. Hesh is the god these people worship. He doesn't like you much if he lets you bleed it out. Bleed out. I'll get you some help. All right. So, Anyway, so I was going back to resolve that other mission. Hello again. Let's get paid. Oh, and I got a Vrock whistle. I can only use it once. Wait, no, don't skip the bonus. No, wait. I hope that wasn't bad. Oh, so I can become the... I just spent money to become this guy's friend. I wasn't reading that accurately. I thought I was saying get 150 shills. I was saying spend 150 shills to make this guy my friend. Okay, whatever. I'm just fumbling my way through this UI, but that's what happens. Okay, so these orange things... Oh yeah, let's help Chake. I think the orange ones might be time limited. I think that once you choose one of them, I think the other ones don't happen or something. Chake loves me, and I get extra health because I've got that friend. But I think I can look at my relationships. So Chake thinks I'm the best, and I get bolstered health because of it. And if he hates me, something else happens. And then I've got confidence. Again, so my health is now higher because I've got these two friends. Hate, Cascio, obviously. And then Kuga, this new person, this enemy I've made. My max resolve, oh, notice my max resolve used to be 36, now it's 34, because I've got this person who hates me. And then Sal just dislikes me. Oh, sorry, I'm not Sal. Merc, I'm Sal. Merc just dislikes me. Cool. And then who's this? Quest available, middleman. Okay. You meet Izoro. Izoro nods in acknowledgement to your presence. Well, it's a start. Oh, they're the... Oh, they're... So I've become friends with her. I can get her to kick people out? That's awesome. I hear you're looking for help. Okay, so they import things. They're a smuggler, basically. And then a client backed out at the last minute. She's got a bunch of goods she can't pawn off. So, sure. This is a negotiation mission. And I can remove a card from my deck if I want. Interesting. That can sometimes be just as powerful as adding a card if it's the right card that you choose. Oh, this is a healing card. I like those. Let's grab that. So I'm not going to go for a better deal this time because I'm already down on resolve. And last time it was costly, and I need to have as much resolve as possible to win this mission. So let's head out here. So yeah, Cloudcraft is in the audience now, and he is interested in the conversation system. So let's go play that out for Cloudcraft. So he didn't want to, he backed out of their deal because he said the goods weren't good enough. So if I want to, I can turn it around and work for this guy and tell the other person to back off. But instead, I'm going to go after this one because, oh, I could actually rough him up if I really want to. But let's not do that because we're here to show, Cloudcraft wants to look at the conversation system. Okay, so our resolve is fairly equivalent. He's not as powerful as that last person that I was fighting, though. He's going to deploy an argument against me. Gains 2 composure whenever a new argument is created. So composure is defense. So if I create a new argument, this guy actually gets more defensive. So let's gain some composure to defend against that. By the way, I like that typical defenses are 1 lower than typical attacks. At least that seems to be the case. So, you know, generally you will be whittled down unless you're going all out defense or feel like you're going all out defense. So I can spend 2 influence to gain an action, except I don't have any influence, so no. No, like deal 1 resolve to a random target whenever you draw a card. It's unplayable. So does it mean like if I draw a card with this card in my hand, that's when I deal 1 resolve damage to somebody? I'm really not sure. So let's attack his core argument, which is his health. And then I guess I got nothing better to do than full-on defense, so let's just do that. All right, so now he's added an argument here, which is basically like a pet that attacks for him and does things for him while he's doing his normal actions. So this one is Diplomacy cards deal -1 damage. So, okay. So while I'm attacking him with my diplomacy cards, which are the green cards, they're doing less damage to him. So I need to be more threatening, which is fine because I want my character to be more threatening. So let's defend ourselves. Let's attack. And then let's also heal. And we're good. So he's actively defending this. He wants this to stay up, which makes sense. Let's again defend ourselves. Okay, let's get some dominance, which raises the damage of my threatening type cards, my hostile cards. And let's hit him with one of my hostile cards. So if he hadn't been defending against my green cards so well, I might have switched over and tried to upgrade my green cards. But I decided to. I've got a flexible deck still right now. I haven't committed wholly to one set of cards or another, so I can kind of respond flexibly when he does stuff. What's this? Bone Tired. When destroyed, he loses 6 resolve. Okay, so this is a negative thing that he does. Let's see here. So this is a nice distract. So like he wants me to attack this instead of this because I get advantage from it. But actually, no, that does even. This is interesting. This seems like a disadvantage of his, that he tends to get this argument, which means that I have the opportunity to do extra damage to him. So we've done that now. I will also threaten him. And we'll defend myself. And so your dominance goes down at the start of every turn. So this will go away next turn, I think. Yep, this went away. So I'm no longer getting the bonus damage to my threatening actions. Or to my hostile actions. But now I've got an all-green deck, which is the thing that defends against. That's not cool. So let's use them to attack it. Ha-ha! Take that, you jerk. But I can still do more damage with this. I have no defensive cards, and so I'm just going to have to take this 4 damage that he does. Yeah, Cloudcraft, the battle is kind of asymmetrical. Like, enemies tend to have these, like, personalities that give them special features that you don't really have anything analogous to that. The number of actions they can do seems to be... I don't know if it's really directly analogous to what you can do. But yeah, no, it is definitely designed, especially some of the optional battles, like some of the optional conversation type battles. They will deliberately have a lot less health than you. But the idea is that over time, you have to have multiple of these battles without healing. And so you kind of decide how much of it you can take. All right, so let's defend ourselves. Let's attack him. Almost enough. Unfortunately, I don't really... Well, let's see. What special card can I get? Aha! Yes. This is an attack. Boom! So my prize is I get to pick... Ooh, double composure on all arguments. Or apply through... You know, I often don't have enough composure on my arguments already. Let's go apply composure to my arguments. Fine, I'll do it. Go tell Azar I'll take the bloody shipment, but this is the last time! All right, let's go. Hey, Izoro. So we're gonna go back to Izoro. Yes. The deal is back on. I should use you in all my negotiations. Thanks. I got 55. I can remove a card. I don't know how this one works. And it expires tomorrow night. Interesting. Let's just get rid of it, because I don't care. Okay, so look, it's nighttime now. Like, so time is passing as I'm going on these quests. And basically, so I get to reset my health and my resolve back to the maximum after each day. But anything I want to get done during the day, I have to do with the same health and resolve levels. So you're kind of constantly weighing your opportunities against each other. Let's see. Friend in trouble. Oh, Zeta's in trouble. And there's a desolate battlefield. Let's go after Zeta. Oh no! What's happening? Sitting conspicuously beside the road, you notice an old shrine. It doesn't look Hessian. Let's meditate and upgrade a card. This one seems pretty valuable. So it's either free but less composure, or not free and more composure. Let's go not free and more composure. I guess even old gods die eventually, huh? All right. So anyway, I was on my way here. You find Zeta under Lasco's heel, looking one blow away from the worst day of their lives. Save Zeta. You make enough of a racket to draw Lasco's attention, and Zeta looks up at you with wide eyes. So? It has nothing to do with you, Hunter. Stay out of it. Yeah, let's attack. You're gonna regret messing with any of mine, pal. Stop by order of the Empire. All right, so gonna do 3 damage to me. So let's apply 4 defense, defend against that, and then do some damage. Oh, it looks like they're starting with, they've got crippling strikes. Attacks add injury cards to your draw pile. Oh no, I don't want those. But they're skittish. They'll panic whenever an ally surrenders, but they don't have any allies. So, okay, good to know. All right, so I can hit them twice with this one. I can defend myself, which I should probably do. Gash, if they have bleed, which they don't. Okay, let's defend. Let's target practice. And stab. They're injuring me, but I might beat them before I even get to those cards that they put in my discard. Oh wait, no. They put them in my hand. No, they didn't put it in my discard, they put it in my hand. Well, still, they've got really boring attacks. So that's cool. Spend up to 3 combo, which I don't have. Oh, I can make them bleed, however. Let's do direct damage and make them bleed. Do you bleed? Okay, so 1 more damage to make them panic, and we're about to do 3 by bleeding them. So we're probably good. But why not? Just smack them in the face. Okay, so I can decide to execute them. Or that's what I did last time. Let's accept their surrender this time. All right, pick a battle card. Wild Lunge, so lots of damage, but I don't get to pick the target. Spend up to, oh, I already have this one or something like it. Gain 1 combo for every 2 cards in your hand. Okay, so I've got something that uses combo. I don't have a lot of ways to get combo, so even though this is my favorite card, let's grab this one so I can learn more about it. Restore Resolve, yep. Stop, I won't go anywhere near you or Zeta again. My grudge dies here. That's a deal. Break it. I'll break your neck. Now get lost. Lasco slinks off. Thanks, Sal. You saved my skin. Let's get you somewhere safe. You take them to a shelter, dress in their wound, and get back on the road. All right, so now my only options are over at the Grog and Dog. All right, we got a great opportunity. Those 2 over there are night merchants. They sell rare goods, and they need your help. You can only be one place at a time, but either will get you what you sorely need. Go introduce yourself. That sounds neat. Okay, so I'm not actually sure how I'm going to pick between Rake and Plaka the Swab. Is it Plaka the Swab? For the Spark Barons is who they work for. Okay. A customer is late on their payments to Plaka the Swab, trying to make them pay up. So I can ask Plaka about the job. Okay, so I have to accept or decline the job. If I accept the job, that will piss off the other person I haven't talked to yet. I don't know if declining the job is a permanent decline. So I'm not sure how this choice actually works, because I can't tell what the other job is. I'm gonna try declining the job. Okay, so I can still ask about the special job. So I can go over to Rake now and be like, what am I gonna be doing for you? Combat training operation. Okay, let's decline this job too. I'm not in great shape right now. Let's talk to Fish. Should I eat a fish cake? Okay, so yeah, that'll restore 15 health. Let's get 15 health back. Which is it heals me 15, but I also get a battle card called Bloated, which is great. So that's gonna be disrupting my deck. So let's go accept this job. And now this character's mad at me, so good to know. Blood from a stone. Oh wait, we can't fight our way through this? I thought it was, I wasn't reading well enough. Offer to beat Alan up. I think she said no. Okay, this might be bad. Let's give it a try. I was not reading carefully, and so I thought that we were getting into a combat situation, but we were not. Okay, well, let's defend ourselves. Let's heal ourselves. And, wait, what's this? Reduces resolve damage by 30. Okay, they're flustered, right? So I don't want that. Yeah, I like that. Kickback, pay 10. Okay, so they just gave me an opportunity to spend money to convince them, which is great. I love the way, like, sort of getting these weird cards, and you have to kind of make up the fiction for what it is they're doing in the fight, or in the conversation. Okay, so I don't have any influence. Let's gain 3 composure again. Let's threaten them. Fast talk them. And end turn. So those are going straight into my hand. Yeah, so if I want to pay 10 shills, I can just do free damage to them. What's this? When dismissed, draw 1 extra card at the start of your turn. Is that an advantage that they're getting or an advantage that I'm getting? I can't tell. Well, let's just spend a bunch of money. And let's take this out just to find out what happens. Okay, so yeah, so sometimes they'll put an argument in their loop here that it doesn't help them directly, but it gives me a benefit if I attack it instead of them. And so it's like they'll put bait out here, which is kind of fun. It's kind of fun having something draw aggro from me. Okay, so we're good there. Yeah, so one point I was making at the beginning in Cloudcraft is the fact that the reason I was able to understand this game as well as I was when it first came out was because I had just spent 2 weeks playing almost nothing but Slay the Spire, which this is basically, it's a further evolution and complication of the model of Slay the Spire. It's definitely more difficult to understand it, so I would have had a lot of trouble going straight from nothing to this game. Oh wait, what am I doing? I want to grab this so that I can have influence, so in the future these will do more damage. Yeah, let's just spend some money on this. Okay, so we're real close here. So yeah, we can just do that. And then that. And they're convinced. Pick a new card. Improvise a 0 cost card from the discard pile, assuming I have one. Gain influence. Double composure on all arguments. So now I can put composure on it and double all of them. Let's do this one though to gain influence. We helped Rake. Okay, so now we go to the night market, which is a place where I can buy stuff and I get a discount from Rake. All right. Well, where's Rake? Rake's not, so I can come here later, I guess, to buy stuff from Rake? So I can't buy stuff, oh, because I don't have the money. Gotcha. So I like that you can just sort of talk to random people. I can buy cards from this guy. I don't have a lot of money. Let's buy that one. Just so that we did. I've got almost no money now, but it's fine. Oh, there's Rake. Ah, dang it. Was she there before and I just missed her because I'm blind? I've been having some trouble today. I actually walked into a glass wall today and into a coat rack. So yeah, so I don't have any money now, but I could have bought cards at a discount from Rake. Different cards though. These are not negotiation cards like the last one. I'll have to come back here later when I have money. And now I'm out of time. Like, I'd love to, let's see. Oh, it's a healing spring. I can get better, I guess. Oh, Chake's got a gift for me. Or I can go back to the market. Let's grab this gift real quick. Hey there, Chake. You love me, and you have a gift. Okay, yeah, so it's a defense battle card. That's cool. Anyway, so the day's about to be over. When the day ends, I think I probably have one more quest before the day ends. And then when the day ends, I get all of my health and resolve back, and I start a new day. So I think I actually made it through 2 days in my previous run before I ran into disaster. And so I don't actually know how many days a typical run, a successful run in this game has. But yeah, so anyway, so this is Griftlands. It feels a lot like Slay the Spire, but actually, no, it works like Slay the Spire. I shouldn't say that it feels like Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire feels very much like it's a fast-paced roguelike. You're just going from one battle to the next, progressing your way up sort of an FTL-like map. And it's very sort of aggressive, and you get your fix from it immediately. Griftlands is a much more, as a slower, more story-focused pace, but it's developing these characters and telling a story, which is something that Slay the Spire is sort of only doing at a very light meta level. So they rely on a lot of the same strategic mechanics, and so when you play one, the lessons that you learn really do carry over into the other, which is very nice. It made this game a lot more accessible to me because I played Slay the Spire. But they both also they've really sort of differentiated themselves a lot, so I appreciate that too. So anyway, let's put the thing up and get out of here. I will probably play more of this game.